Dragon Ball. On 1984, age 749, we are introduced to a naive monkey boy named Son Goku, who embarks on a journey that would redefine his life and the world of anime and manga forever. Who knew that this boy's life would change ours in so many ways? If you don't get it, this isn't just a good anime, it's the strongest anime in history. Based on Chinese mythology's fighting Buddha, this story begins with the introduction of Son Goku, a young boy living alone in the mountains. He meets a teenage girl named Bulma who's on a quest to find the 7 Dragon Balls, and once gathered together, a wish-granting dragon will grant any wish they want. Along the way, they encounter numerous enemies and allies, including a shape-shifting pig Oolong and the desert bandit Yamcha. Even from the beginning, this boy was far from normal. This boy can chop wood with his bare hands, get shot in the face, and even lift cars over his head. And of course, the mysterious tail. Goku decides to train his martial arts where he meets his lifelong friend Krillin, and the two train under the greatest martial arts master. After rigorous training, Goku enters the World Martial Arts Tournament where he fights against various formidable opponents, including the shape-shifting monster, Jackie Chun, who is actually revealed to be Master Roshi in disguise. But after being caught in the same move as his grandpa, we get to see what he can really do. After being shocked, Goku begins to transform as his body is being flooded with blood waves. And standing above everyone is Grandpa Gohan's Grim Reaper, Great Ape Goku. Goku, after transforming into a giant Great Ape, is now the most powerful being on the entire planet, with Master Roshi deciding that the only way to defeat him is to cut his source of strength. Putting his hands together and channeling energy into the palm of his hands, Master Roshi fires a Kamehameha, which destroys the moon. With his source of strength cut off, Goku returns to normal, but completely forgets what happened. After the tournament, Goku continues his search for the Dragon Balls to resurrect his friend Bora. However, find themselves in a fight with the Red Ribbon Army, a powerful military organization led by Commander Red. Goku's journey leads him through various encounters with the army's commanders, including the androids Blue, Silver, and White. The arc concludes with a final showdown at the Red Ribbon Army headquarters where Goku faces off against their strongest member, General Tao. Goku emerges victorious, but the battle results in the destruction of the entire army itself. Well, almost all of it. After the defeat of the Red Ribbon Army, Goku learns of a new threat, King Piccolo, a powerful and evil being who has been sealed away for centuries. King Piccolo escapes his prison and begins his quest for world domination. Master Roshi believes that this opponent is so strong that even if the entire Budokai tournament teamed up against him, they would still lose. King Piccolo, after regaining his youth, kills Shenron, who can reconstruct the entire moon. Goku realizes that the only way to win is to hone his martial arts to perfection. After training with the literal god of Earth, Goku confronts King Piccolo, and this is going to be the end. After a long battle, Goku does something we'd never expect, being able to harness the power of the Great Ape while retaining his human form. And with one final scream, Goku punches a hole through King Piccolo's chest. After leaving to go on his own adventures, Goku returns 6 years later and takes on Demon King Piccolo's son, with Piccolo Jr. being stated to be stronger than his father and was credited as being thousands of times stronger than everyone at the 23rd Budokai, including God himself. Piccolo injures Goku to the point where he believes that his attack should have atomized him to the point that Shenron could not return him back to life. But Goku won't stop. He's come a long way from being alone in the woods. He has too many people he cares about now. And with that, Goku, while having a massive hole in his chest and barely being able to move, is able to defeat Junior with a headbutt and has power to defeat everyone in Dragon Ball. This story of Dragon Ball played a pivotal role in popularizing shonen manga and anime, combining action, humor, adventure, and martial arts all into one. With this original Dragon Ball series still being one of the greatest works in anime manga history, as this original series inspired many works to come. But why stop now when you're so far ahead? Actually being the last 325 chapters of the original Dragon Ball series, and the Z was added when the original anime was rebooted with a new stat. The original Dragon Ball series, where Goku has married Chi-Chi and now has a son named Gohan. Goku at this point is still the strongest fighter on the entire planet. However, when looking at his son, he seems to have latent power that still needs to be unlocked. Crash landing on Earth, we are met with a brand new opponent who is looking for someone named Kakarot. After Piccolo runs into this mysterious fighter, he realizes that there's only one way to win. Landing on Kami House's beach, this mysterious fighter reveals the truth. Even from the beginning, Son Goku wasn't normal. This fighter reveals that he's an alien from space, a low-class warrior of the Saiyan race. And this mysterious fighter is Goku's brother Raditz, telling Goku that he was sent here to destroy this world, and his strength is limited because of the loss of his tail. Raditz kidnaps Goku's son, and he says he has to the end of the day to stack 100 bodies on the beach. Piccolo arrives and the two have a temporary alliance to get this invader off their planet. Arriving at Raditz's space pod, the two strongest fighters on the entire planet are here to eliminate Goku's brother. The pair attack Raditz at the exact same time, but none of their attacks are effective. But that's when Gohan explodes with anger and is able to damage the Saiyan. Goku gets behind Raditz and is able to get him in a hold, and Piccolo charges up his trump card. With one final shot, the special beam cannon pierces through Raditz and pierces through Goku as well. The Saiyan's final statement is that two more powerful Saiyans are arriving on Earth in 1 year, and now the gravity of their situation has finally set in. Goku lays there on the floor, and the first time within the Dragon Ball series, Goku has died. Piccolo takes Goku's son and prepares him for the Saiyan invasion that will be happening in 1 year. And Goku arrives in the other world. Goku travels to the end of Snake Way and arrives on the North Kai's planet, where he begins his yearly training to prepare for the Saiyans. At the same time, all of the Z fighters are working as hard as they possibly can to prepare for this incoming invasion. Piccolo takes Gohan under his wing and teaches him how to survive on his own, and learns that Gohan's potential is truly limitless. Months later, Goku has perfected King Kai's techniques, and now he can't wait to show them. At the end of the 1 year, everyone is ready. Crash landing on the planet steps out the two most powerful Saiyans in the universe, Nappa and the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta. Everyone arrives on the battlefield, and then the massacre begins. Even though everyone on the battlefield is far superior to Raditz, Yamcha, Chaozu, and Tien are the first to die. Everyone on the battlefield is waiting for Son Goku. Saving Gohan from Nappa's final attack is Nimbus, and landing on the battlefield is Earth's savior, the fighter who trains with gods, and the strongest fighter on Earth. Goku puts his hands together and his power starts to rise. His power level is now 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, no, it's over 9,000. Goku and Nappa fight, and Goku is completely outclassing this elite Saiyan, and Vegeta realizes that he's not going to win. Nappa is swiftly defeated with Goku's Kaioken attack, and Vegeta kills his partner. Traveling to a distant wasteland to make sure that everyone is safe from this battle, we now get to see the most popular fight in the entire series, the low-class warrior versus the Saiyan Prince, Son Goku versus Vegeta. Vegeta offers Goku an alliance and that they will be the most powerful fighters in the entire universe. But Goku refuses what's in his blood and says that he fights with the Earth. Find them. You had your chance. Goku is able to stop Vegeta's attack, and the Prince they are able to cut off Vegeta's tail and return him back to normal, meaning the only way to defeat him is to use King Kai's trump card, gathering all of the energy from all living things on the planet, all of the trees, all of the people, even the sun itself, and condensing it into a single ball. Giving this energy to Krillin, he throws it at Vegeta, and Gohan is able to bounce it back because he's pure of heart. After all of this fighting, Vegeta decides that he's done and it's time to retreat. But before Krillin can deal the final blow,
Krillin, don't do it!
He shows him mercy, letting Vegeta go because he wants to fight him again one day. The Z-Fighters regroup and decide that they want to go to another planet that has Dragon Balls to resurrect all of their friends. However, they're not the only ones that are looking to get their wishes granted, as the literal strongest in the universe have their own wishes to make. Vegeta arrives on the planet to get his wish of immortality granted, as well as the Emperor of the entire universe, Lord Frieza. Frieza's galactic tyrant and the strongest fighter in the entire universe, and the Grim Reaper of the Saiyan race. All of the invaders on Namek are in a race to gather the 7 Dragon Balls before the others can get their hands on them. And while this race is happening, Goku is on his spaceship training in 100 times Earth gravity and eating sensu beans to recover, proving Vegeta right. Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta get considerably stronger as the race continues, and Frieza calls in his elite fighting force. And now they're here, but Goku isn't. Vegeta decides that he must team up with the Earthlings to defeat them after fighting Guldo, who can literally freeze time by holding his breath, and Recoome, who is an unstoppable force. Once again, Son Gohan is the final fighter standing, and once again, before he's killed, he's here. Goku arrives on the battlefield with an aura heavy with suppressed strength and flooded by hope. Goku one-shots Recoome, and as he fights the fastest in the universe and the red magma seemingly without moving, Vegeta realizes that the legend is true. 100 years ago, a Saiyan achieved strength that even Frieza is afraid of, strength born from rage. Kakarot is a Super Saiyan. Goku is able to defeat both of them and fights against the captain of the Ginyu Force and shows him what he can really do. Raising his battle power to 180,000, Ginyu uses his ability to switch bodies with Goku and is swiftly defeated by Vegeta. But before he can switch with Vegeta, Goku throws a frog and gets his body back. And now all of them are preparing for their inevitable fight with Frieza himself, as Goku is healing in the chamber and Vegeta sleeps. Gohan and Krillin use the Dragon Balls to resurrect Piccolo and bring him to planet Namek, but now they're faced with the worst possible outcome. Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin take on Frieza, and as their strength grows, Frieza is using more and more of his strength, going through multiple transformations, and finally a fear worse than death itself, Final Form Frieza. Vegeta believes that he now has the strength of a Super Saiyan, but he couldn't be more wrong, as Frieza tortures Vegeta across the planet. But just like always, before Frieza can deal the final blow, Goku arrives on the battlefield, and now Vegeta sees that this low-class warrior is the one who will do it. But that's when Frieza shuts Vegeta up for good, as he shoots a death beam right through his chest. But before Vegeta dies, he tells Goku,
Kakarot, please, destroy Frieza. He made me what I am. Don't let him do it to anyone else. Whatever it takes, stop him, please.
Burying the last full-blooded Saiyan member in the soil of Namek, Goku vows for the Saiyan race and the Namekians and everyone he's hurt that he's going to put Frieza in the dirt right next to Vegeta. As the two strongest battle, Goku once again surprises everyone with his strength, as he's able to keep up with Frieza and forces him to use even more of his power. Frieza claims that he only needs 50% of his strength to beat Goku, and then makes him a believer. As Goku, even with his Kaioken times 20 Kamehameha, Frieza is still able to block it with one hand and begins to thrash Goku around the planet. And just as all hope seems to be lost, Goku once again pulls out his trump card. Raising his hands in the air, he begins gathering energy from the entire universe as he forms a spirit bomb. And similar to the battle with Raditz, where Goku was the distraction for Piccolo's special move, now it's flipped, as Piccolo is able to hold off Frieza until finally, it's ready. Throwing the massive spirit bomb down to the planet, Frieza tries to catch it, but it's far too strong and gets consumed by the ball, and with a loud crack, it explodes. Everyone hits the deck, and when the dust settles, it's over. Goku did it, saving everyone on planet Namek, and now Vegeta can finally rest in peace. Piccolo's body drops to the floor. No, nobody could have survived that. Looking up onto the mountain cliff, standing there back from the dead.
It's Frieza!
Frieza survived the blast and is no longer playing games as he lifts Krillin into the air. And what happens next? Well,
I think the brat should go next.
You ruthless, heartless bastard! I will make you suffer!
As a gold glow pierces the clouds of Namek, it pierced the eyes of everyone watching, as what Goku achieved on 1991, age 762, will go down in the books as the most legendary moment in all of anime manga history.
What are you?
You haven't figured it out yet. I am the warrior you've heard of in legends, pure of heart and awakened by fury. That's what I am.
I am the Super Saiyan, Son Goku!
Frieza, knowing that he can't beat what Goku is now, throws a blast to the core of the planet, putting a 5-minute timer on its detonation, but that's more than enough time. Goku decides to let Frieza go to 100%, so that when he loses, he'll have no excuses and no regrets. Once both are at full strength, the fight for the universe begins, as the universe holds its breath. But after some time, the winner becomes clear. Goku tells Frieza that he's done.
You've challenged and lost to a fighter who is superior to you. And to make it worse, he was just a monkey, right?
Frieza copies Krillin's move and throws 2 death saucers at Goku, hoping that this will be the end of the Saiyan. But in the end,
Watch out, Frieza! Stay down!
he defeats himself, begging Goku for energy to live. Goku, even as a Super Saiyan, shows him mercy and gives him energy to get off the planet. But just as Goku leaves, Frieza uses that last bit of energy to try and kill him. And that was his final mistake. Staring down at the hole he made in Namek, Goku races to get off the dying world, but Frieza's ship is too far damaged to fly. Frieza was right. He may have won the battle, but lost the war. Goku looks back at the planet, knowing this is the end.
I happen to know that Goku isn't the only Super Saiyan.
What?
Landing on Earth is a Super Saiyan from the future, here to warn Goku and the others of the incoming danger of the androids. After giving Frieza PTSD and defeating him and his father, he tells Goku once he arrives on Earth that in 3 years' time the most powerful androids will arise, and all of them will die. He gives Goku medicine to be sure that he's part of the fight, and 3 years later, all of the Z Fighters are ready to turn back their deaths. On May 12th at 10 a.m., all the Z Fighters arrive at South City. Androids 19 and 20 have data on all of the fighters, except they didn't calculate Goku's evolution on Namek, and now Goku shows them what Frieza was afraid of. Transforming into a Super Saiyan and fighting Android 19, however, Goku seems to be getting tired. Goku is quickly defeated because of his heart virus, but just before he's killed, this takes an unexpected turn. Arriving on the battlefield to step in for Goku is the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta. After his training on space, he's come to ask one question.
Does a machine like yourself ever experience fear?
Vegeta's energy begins to rise, and his hair starts flashing gold. And just like that, before everyone's eyes, a Super Saiyan is supposed to be pure of heart. and this one's pure evil. Erupting the battlefield is the prince of all Super Saiyans. Vegeta as a Super Saiyan is easily able to dismantle Android 19 and forces Android 20 to retreat to his laboratory, activating Android 17 and 18, where he's eventually killed by his own creation. Vegeta takes on Android 18 and is swiftly defeated along with everyone else. But when Vegeta wakes up, he realizes there must be a level beyond Super Saiyan. At the same time, another android is roaming around the past, absorbing cities, where he's eventually confronted by Piccolo after fusing with Kami and has now become stronger than a Super Saiyan. This being reveals that he's also from the future and he has data on every single Z fighter put into one. Cell. His goal is to absorb Androids 17 and 18 and gain his perfect form. At this time, Vegeta and Trunks enter the hyperbolic time chamber where they can fit 1 year's worth of training into a single day. The next day, Cell is able to absorb Android 17 and gains his semi-perfect form, but that's when Vegeta arrives to ruin the fun. Vegeta seems to be different. Has he really done it? Yeah. Putting semi-perfect Cell's face in the dirt is the strongest Super Saiyan in history, Super Vegeta. Vegeta lets Cell absorb Android 18 so he can finally get a challenge, but once he does, it's the end of them all. Standing there as the incarnation of perfection is Perfect Cell. Cell is able to easily defeat Vegeta, but when Vegeta arises from the water, he tells Cell if he's truly confident in his perfect strength, then don't move from that spot.
Trunks, let's go! Final Flash!
Vegeta's Final Flash is able to cut Cell in half, but because he has Piccolo's cells, he's able to regenerate and swiftly defeats Vegeta. But that's when Trunks steps in and shows him a power even greater, but in exchange for strength, he lost his speed and lost the battle. Cell tells the world that in 10 days' time, they will be fighting for the fate of the entire universe. All of the Z fighters train in preparation, with Goku and Gohan going into the hyperbolic time chamber. 1 Super Saiyan walked in and 2 walked out, with Goku and Gohan training Super Saiyan to the point of mastery where they can even use it while they're sleeping. All of them arrive on the battlefield, and Goku is the first one to step up for the Z fighters. After a long drawn-out battle between Goku and Cell, Goku decides to give up, knowing that he can't win against Cell. But there is one more fighter who can. It's up to you, son Gohan. Gohan begins his fight against Cell, and he's even stronger than his father, as Gohan's strength even from the beginning of the series was ridiculous when he got mad. And that's what Goku's betting on. Cell releases Cell Juniors to torture the Z fighters as Gohan watches. But when Android 16's head is smashed in by Cell's foot, he can only think of one thing.
16, you loved life. You gave everything up to save it. And you were just an android. I let you die. I can't do that. I won't watch anymore. I feel it slipping. And I won't watch this anymore!
Let it go.
Arising from the crater is Gohan's potential unleashed, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. With this, he's able to defeat all of the Cell Juniors in one shot, shocking everyone on the battlefield. Gohan takes on Cell himself, and Cell quickly realizes that what he did was a mistake. Gohan literally beats Android 18 out of Cell's body, reverting him back to his semi-perfect form. But Cell isn't done yet, as he inflates his body with energy, and once he detonates, the entire planet will be destroyed. All of the Z fighters look on thinking that this is the end. But once again, just like always, Goku's come to save the day. Knowing of only one way to save the Earth, Goku puts his fingers on his forehead.
Goodbye, my friend.
Goku teleports him and Cell to King Kai's planet, where Cell detonates and destroys both him and Goku at the same time. But it's not over as Trunks is hit with an energy beam out of nowhere when the dust clears and back from the dead is Super Perfect Cell. Vegeta, enraged over the death of Trunks, attacks Cell but is quickly defeated, and as Cell goes to finish Vegeta, Gohan jumps in the way and gets his arm blasted. With Cell looking on, he puts his hands together, and this is the worst possible outcome. Gohan's fighting spirit has completely diminished, but from the clouds of the other world, he hears his father's voice. Goku tells Gohan to give it everything he has because he has far too much to protect. With his father subbing in for his fighting spirit, Gohan puts his arm up and charges up his energy. Gohan fires his Kamehameha as the last stand against Cell, with all of the Z fighters jumping in to distract Cell, and Vegeta with a final blast to the back. This is Gohan's final chance. 7 years after the events of the Cell saga, Gohan is now in high school and his father comes back to life for one day. But the piece is cut short as a powerful being is about to be awoken. The Supreme Kai arrives on Earth to prevent the resurrection of an ancient evil known as Majin Buu. He warns Goku and the other Z fighters about the threat posed by Babidi, a wizard attempting to awaken Buu using the powerful energy gathered from evil beings. But that's when something happens that nobody expected. Vegeta's mind gets taken over by Babidi's magic. He's done waiting for his rematch with Son Goku. He's going to fight him right here, right now. Babidi teleports them to a distant wasteland, and Vegeta transforms into a Super Saiyan 2. Goku, with his training in the afterlife, also achieves Super Saiyan 2, and now we're about to see the greatest Super Saiyan 2 fight in history. Babidi tells Vegeta to kill the Supreme Kai, but he won't be distracted from this anymore. Babidi is shocked as someone is actually resisting his control. You may have invaded his mind and his body, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps. Vegeta and Goku begin their battle and they're dead even. But as their battle progresses, ancient evil has finally been awoken. They stop their battle to deal with this threat, but Vegeta one-shots Goku when he's not looking. He's going to take on Buu by himself. When Vegeta arrives on the battlefield, he gets completely thrashed by Majin Buu, but he has one more trick up his sleeve.
You are a fool! I am going to crush you and throw you into the wind! Trunks, Bulma, I do this for you. And yes, even for you, Kakarot.
Vegeta uses all of his energy in a final explosion, and for the first time in the Dragon Ball series, Vegeta has fought for someone other than himself. But evil isn't done yet, as Buu is able to survive. Goku decides to train Goten and Trunks because the Earth needs protection when he's gone. Arriving to distract Majin Buu, Goku shows them what he learned in the afterlife, transforming into a Super Saiyan, and then a Super Saiyan 2.
And this
Is to go even further beyond!
Piercing through the gold light is the Saiyan equal to heaven, Son Goku, as a Super Saiyan 3. Buu splits himself up into a good and evil half, and the evil absorbs the good, and what comes out is Super Buu. Goten and Trunks at this point have learned the fusion dance, which is a technique that allows two beings to combine, creating a new one. In the battle with Super Buu, Gotenks taps into a power that one of his fathers used, and breaking out of the hyperbolic time chamber is Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. At the same time, Gohan is outside of the macrocosm on the Supreme Kai planet, getting his potential unlocked by the old Kai. Gotenks and Super Buu battle, but this fusion has a time limit. Once both boys break apart, it seems to be over. But arriving on the battlefield to save the day once again is son Gohan with new depths of strength. Gohan in this new ultimate form is able to completely body Super Buu, but that's when Buu has a plan. He absorbs Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and then absorbs Gohan himself. Goku is running out of options, but that's when he senses a familiar key. Teleporting to this key signature's location, it's Vegeta. King Yama allowed Vegeta to get his body back and return to the land of the living so that he can have one more shot at Majin Buu. Goku brings out a pair of Potara earrings and tells Vegeta that they've already lost one race. Let's not lose this one too. Putting on the Potara earring, both fighters merge together, and what steps out is the most powerful fighter in the entire series to date. Vegeto's strength is on a completely different level. Even though Buu has absorbed every single Z fighter, Vegeta isn't even breaking a sweat. Transforming into a Super Saiyan and becoming Super Vegeta, the gap is widening even further. Allowing himself to get absorbed into Majin Buu's body to rescue everyone that's been absorbed, Goku and Vegeta release everybody, and even the good Majin Buu. Once outside of Buu's body, Buu begins to change, and he reverts back to his original form, and without saying a word, he lifts his hand in the air and gathers energy. Throwing the energy ball down at the planet, Goku and Vegeta can't stop that. They teleport themselves to the Supreme Kai planet as the Earth explodes. Raising their energy, Majin Buu senses it and travels to the Supreme Kai planet. This is it. The final showdown. Goku jumps to Super Saiyan 3 and begins his battle with the evil of the universe, as Vegeta looks on and admires what this Saiyan has truly achieved.
How can a Saiyan fight like that and at the same time be so gentle that he wouldn't hurt a fly? Oh, it makes me angry just thinking about it. But perhaps it is my anger that has made me blind to the truth for so long. I see it now. This day has made it all too clear. You're better than me, Kakarot. You are the best.
In a last-ditch effort to defeat Majin Buu, Goku throws his hands up into the sky and starts gathering energy from everyone. They use the Dragon Balls to recover Goku's strength, and now it's finally over.
I hope you're reborn as someone good this time. I want to fight you one-on-one again. I'll be waiting for you, and I'm gonna keep getting stronger.
Goku!
On July 5th, 2015, us Dragon Ball fans got a brand new series, and what better way to reintroduce Goku's strength than to make him a god. 5 years after the events of the Buu saga, Goku is the strongest fighter on Earth, but unknowing to him, an even greater power has awoken after 39 years. Beerus, the god of destruction, is traveling throughout the universe, destroying everything in sight, but then he remembers. 39 years ago, Beerus was told by the Oracle Fish that a being will arise that will become his rival, a Saiyan enveloped in divine energy, a Super Saiyan god. Beerus learns of the existence of the Saiyan that defeated Frieza and travels to King Kai's planet to confront son Goku. Once there, Goku challenges Beerus using the pinnacle of Saiyan power, the Saiyan equal to heaven, Super Saiyan 3. Beerus accepts his challenge, but what happens next? Absolutely nobody saw coming, as Super Saiyan 3 Goku was defeated in only 2 blows, with Goku stating that not even Vegeta would be enough to overcome the Destroyer's strength, meaning the only way to win is to find the Super Saiyan God. The Z-Fighters ask the most knowledgeable being on the planet as they gather the 7 Dragon Balls and call forth Shenron, as he explains that the Super Saiyan God existed long ago and a ritual was required for him to obtain his strength. 5 pure-hearted Saiyans must infuse their light into a 6th. The Z-Fighters have just enough Saiyans, including Pan, and they infuse their power into Son Goku. And from this light, the Super Saiyan God is born once again. Goku is now in a completely different world of strength, and Goku and Beerus can finally have their battle of gods. Goku and Beerus begin to fight, and Goku is unlocking more and more of his strength as he's understanding this new pool of energy. Their fight goes higher and higher, and Goku is now fighting at 100%, and the clashes between gods is the end of everything. Goku and Beerus clash fists, and the shockwaves from their punches are tearing apart the fabric of the universe itself. Goku is able to eventually figure out how to nullify the destructive energy of the clashes and saves the entirety of Universe 7 from being destroyed. Goku eventually loses his god form, however the divine energy has not left his body and instead infuses itself into Goku's being. He proves this as Beerus lifts up his hands and throws the most destructive attack in the entire battle down at Goku, but then Goku remembers.
No, it's not
After Goku's defeat at the hands of the God of Destruction, Goku and Vegeta train with Whis, the attendant and teacher of Beerus the Destroyer. But as this is happening, Frieza's soldiers go to planet Earth and gather the Dragon Balls to wish back the Emperor of the Universe. After Frieza's resurrection, Frieza predicts that it would take 4 months for him to surpass Son Goku. But Goku is getting stronger as well. Arriving on Earth, Goku and Vegeta are now face to face with Frieza, and he's even more terrifying than ever, with Frieza telling Goku to channel that Super Saiyan glow.
To be honest, Frieza, I'm not so sure I need to yet.
Goku and Frieza begin their battle, and Goku is beating down Frieza in his base form alone. But that's when both fighters decide to stop holding back. No more reserves. Everything they have. Landing back down on the battlefield, Goku's energy begins to rise. Goku's energy climbs higher and higher until eventually it disappears completely. This form is explained to be what happens when a Super Saiyan God transforms into a Super Saiyan. The mix of the fiery red aura of a god and the blinding light of a Super Saiyan produces a new color, Super Saiyan Blue. Frieza says that if he didn't train so hard that he might actually be scared, and Frieza's energy starts to rise as well. Frieza explodes with energy and blinds the entire battlefield, and stepping out of the light is the mockery of the Super Saiyan, Golden Frieza. As the greatest rematch in history begins, it's obvious that Frieza is stronger, but his candle is burning out a lot faster. Eventually, Frieza's punches feel like nothing, and he's once again defeated. Goku let his guard down and was shot through the heart by a common ray gun, but now it's Vegeta's turn, and he's going to finish this.
Please, if you believe you can defeat me, then you're more delusional than ever!
That's right. You had no idea, did you? I've been a Super Saiyan for years, and now I too have the power of a god.
Vegeta as a Super Saiyan Blue gets the biggest get back in anime history as he pounds Frieza around the battlefield. And right as he's about to deal the final blow, Frieza decides to send everyone to hell without him, and moments later, the Earth is gone. Whis reveals he has the ability to turn back time 1 minute, and Goku wastes none of it.
Out of the way, Vegeta!
Goku and the other Z fighters eventually take on universes other than their own, competing for the Super Dragon Balls against the twin universe of Universe 7, Universe 6, and meeting brand new Saiyans. In the final round, it's Son Goku versus the Universe 6 assassin Hit, who has the interesting ability of being able to time skip or jump 0.2 of a second into the future, with Goku predicting his moves, but then pulls out a technique that he hasn't used in years, and now he doesn't have to guess anymore. This technique allows Goku's strength, speed, and all the other attributes he uses in a fight to double, triple.
No, it's time!
Goku using Kaioken times 10 is so strong and fast that even characters moving into the future get dragged back to the present. It doesn't matter how far Hit pushes his time skip, it won't compare to what he is now. Months later, we see ourselves in Trunks' future, where an evil being has been wrecking the planet. This evil being is revealed to be Son Goku. Arriving back in the past, Trunks asks Goku and Vegeta to help him defeat this threat in the future. And once they arrive, Vegeta takes on Goku Black as a Super Saiyan Blue. But now we get to see the true fruits of this Goku strength.
In keeping with how you like to label your power levels, the name of this one is Rose. That's right. I have now reached Super Saiyan Rose.
Goku Black is revealed to be a Supreme Kai from another universe that used the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Son Goku. Teaming up with an immortal version of himself from another timeline, both of them want to eradicate mortals from the face of existence. After Goku and Vegeta are defeated, they go back to the past to train, and when they arrive back in the future, things are a lot different. As Vegeta begins overpowering Goku Black, he asks why is there such a gap in their strength.
That's simple. You're an interloper, a Saiyan imposter, and I'm the real thing, the almighty Vegeta!
Before Goku Black and Zamasu are defeated, they decide to pull out their trump card. Putting on two Potara earrings, they merge their bodies together, creating one godly fusion. He is justice, given form. However, that's when Goku and Vegeta decide to use their own trump card, putting on their own set of Potara earrings, merging into a brand new fighter, and stepping out of the light is
Vegito!
Vegito and Zamasu begin their battle, and this fight is one for the books. But as the fight progresses, Vegito is gaining the upper hand, and right before he deals the finishing blow, Goku and Vegeta get split apart. But before Goku and Vegeta are killed and stepping in to save them, is Trunks with a brand new sword. This sword is the embodiment of hope for everyone in the future, a spirit sword. And in the end, with one final slash, Trunks cuts Zamasu in half. But since Zamasu is immortal, he doesn't die, and instead infuses his being into the entirety of the cosmos itself, meaning there's only one way to win. Goku presses a button and calls the Omni King of the entire Dragon Ball multiverse himself. Zeno decides to erase Zamasu and the entire timeline in one fell swoop. Months later, Universe 7 arrives at the Tournament of Power, where 8 universes collect 10 fighters to defend their universe for survival, as the universes that are knocked out will be erased without a second thought. With Majin Buu falling asleep, Universe 7 needs one more fighter. Going down to Hell, Goku calls on the Emperor and puts a halo on a demon. It is revealed that the strongest fighter in the entire tournament isn't Son Goku, it's a fighter from the 11th, Jiren the Grey, a mortal who surpassed his own god of destruction, and has multiple statements and guides that say he surpassed all of them. With Jiren just releasing his energy within the infinite void confirms the suspicions of everyone, with the Supreme Kai stating that he's on a whole nother level than anyone we've seen before. With Goku stepping into the furnace and squaring up against the strongest. Goku attacks Jiren, going through multiple transformations, but he can barely get Jiren to flinch, with Jiren even being able to block Super Saiyan God Goku's punches with just a single finger. So I guess the question is,
What's it gonna take to get you into high gear? Maybe this will do it.
Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan Blue and is able to make Jiren move, with their fight being the spectacle of the entire tournament, with Goku even using the Kaioken times 20, but it's still not enough. I guess it's about that time. Goku uses all the energy from Universe 7's fighters, combining it into a Universe 7 Spirit Bomb. Even with Goku's trump card, Jiren is able to push it back with just a glare, and Goku falls into his own attack. When the dust clears, victory is yours, Jiren. And just when we needed him the most, Goku has died. Goku's death shocked everyone, and Universe 7 is in shambles. With their strongest fighter gone, Universe 7 has no chance and will be erased from existence. Seemingly back from the dead and arising from the dust is a fighter who is not finished yet, and with a new form that even the gods are jealous of. Migata no Gokui, Autonomous Ultra Instinct. This technique was revealed by Whis to be the pinnacle of martial arts, as your body will move even without you thinking. Goku has closed the gap in strength, but this heat emitting from Goku's body is the end of this battle. With Hit taking on Jiren as well, Jiren is able to adapt to his time skip almost instantly, and after breaking out of his time cage that allows time to flow for everyone except for the target, Hit is eliminated from the Tournament of Power. Goku unlocks Ultra Instinct yet again against the Universe 6 Potara Fusion Kefla, where he's finally figuring out how to use this new power. With Goku dodging all of Kefla's attacks, she knows he can't run forever, releasing all of her energy and scattering it across the battlefield, and if even one of those hit Goku, it's over. Goku decides to play along, as the next one who lands a hit will be the winner.
You're not losing this time! No way! In full power!
Goku with one final Kamehameha is able to knock the fusion out of the Tournament of Power, and many fights later, there's only two universes left. Universe 7 versus Universe 11. Vegeta attacks Jiren and he seems to be stronger, as he's finally able to see through his attacks. And just like Cell, if he's truly confident that he's the strongest, then don't move from that spot. Vegeta's final flash is able to put Jiren down, but it wasn't enough, and the two Saiyans begin to release all of their energy, with Goku tapping back into Kaioken times 20 Super Saiyan Blue, and Vegeta unlocking a brand new form. This is just one more step in a Saiyan's evolution. Evolution Blue Vegeta. The pair attack Jiren together and force him to use even more of his strength, but the situation is hopeless. Android 17 sacrifices himself for Goku and Vegeta, and Vegeta is eventually knocked out of the stage. The entire universe is relying on one fighter, and right before Goku is knocked off the stage, he awakens it one last time. Tapping back into Ultra Instinct, this is the rematch of the century. The mortal who surpassed the gods versus the mortal with the form the gods cannot reach. Goku and Jiren begin their battle and once again are the spectacle of the entire tournament. And when that silver glow leaves his eyes, the fight will be over. As Goku fights, his Ultra Instinct is progressing, getting sharper, hitting harder, dodging swifter. It's progressing so much to the point that Goku even closes his eyes, so that the only thing he can feel is instinct. Jiren decides that this is it and fires the most powerful attack, saying it's over. But that's when Goku awakens something even more terrifying, making all of the gods stand in admiration. As Goku flicks away Jiren's strongest attack and sends him flying before he even knew what hit him, Standing atop this stage is complete in all its majesty, the mortal above gods, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. In this state of mastery, Goku is able to completely body Jiren to the point where absolutely none of his attacks have any effect on him. But Jiren isn't done either, as he breaks through his limits as well. Goku and Jiren have the ultimate battle for the fates of both of their universes, for the fates of all of them. But the difference in their strength is that Jiren is fighting alone, and Goku is fighting for everyone. The countless battles, teachers to students, enemies to allies. He's fighting for everyone he's ever cared about. That is the difference between Jiren and Son Goku. Just before Goku knocks off Jiren, his Ultra Instinct runs out, and stepping in to save him is Android 17 and Golden Frieza. With all three of them attacking Jiren together, this is the end, the final push. So this is the power of trust.
Do it! Goku! Frieza!
Universe 7 wins the Tournament of Power, and Android 17 wishes back all the universes that were erased. And that is where the torch is passed, as we head into the manga, with Akira Toriyama coming up with some crazy concepts, as Broly is now introduced into the canon series. Son Goku is getting even closer to achieving the pinnacle of angelic power, and Vegeta has become the Prince of Destruction yet again, with the strongest back in the good old days becoming the strongest yet again. Currently within the manga, Beast Gohan is running a gauntlet of the strongest fighters in the universe, and I can't wait to see what happens next. This show is truly one of a kind. You don't get the title Father of Anime for no reason, and now you see why. It's been fun, Akira. Thank you. Why is Dragon Ball the best?
You haven't figured it out yet.